Okay, so we're with Pitt at the Silhouette stand, Superbooth 24. Hey Pitt,
Hi,
how you doing?
fine, and you?
Good, thank you, good. What have
But
you got
it's so
for the
loud, I can nearly not hear you.
what have you got to show for us?
Today I want to show two things, and the biggest attraction is this new little unit here, the small Silhouette. Because maybe you can remember the big Silhouette which I brought out which I showed since 2021. But now many people ask for a smaller one, and who has not a keyboard, because many people has not only fewer money, but they also have a smaller studio. That is interesting, and many of them said, I don't need a keyboard because I have one at home, and I do not use keyboards because I use only a digital audio workstation, a computer. Okay, and then I started to build, to construct, to develop this new Silhouette. It's called Sport, the small one, and I found out that it's possible to make a small one. Then I thought, okay, why then not make it portable when it's small?
Exactly.
And in fact, of course, then I remembered all the portable synthesizers that were there in the history. And and then I found out that the Silhouette synthesizers has a camera inside, and that this is an interesting feature. Maybe you can look at the screen. This is all sound at the same time.
That's fantastic.
It's pictures and sound, and it has even more to do with dance and with movement and with body as the big Silhouette before.
Great.
It's a mixture between a synthesizer and a video camera, like yours, which you can. It's much fun.
And just and maybe perhaps it sounds fantastic. It's so good to have it in a portable unit.
Yeah.
Just for people who don't know what's happening here, the visuals are being converted into a sound wave.
Yeah, the visuals are converted to sound, and actually there's always here a screen where you can put up visual sources like the camera stream or picture files or movie files.
Yep.
Movie files, and within the picture you can select an area. This is the blue rectangle which we see here, where within this the grayscale data is being caught, it's being collected, which you see here. It's the grayscale data. And there you see, it's very nice to see the legs of the people inside them. His legs are there. And all this is the sound at the real moment, you see, the movement of the people. And the blue rectangle, have you seen your hand just waving a little?
Yeah.
And this is the main idea of all the Silhouette synthesizers. And is based on the idea of the optical soundtrack, which was invented for earlier cinema movies in the 1920s. These black and white waves. Yeah, and that's the concept. I was fascinated by this since the early 90s when I was a film student, and it took really 20, 30 years until I had an idea how to make a software to make a musical instrument out of this.
It completely changes the device to have it mobile. It revolutionizes the device. To be able to move it around like this, you could take it anywhere. And generate sound.
Really, it brings the concept of the Silhouette synthesizers to another level. That's true, because it brings it, and in another way, it brings it more to my own source. Because when I was 20 years old and was a film student, I was making performances with video cameras, and I loved very much the making this and zooming and the contrasts and black and white and people moving before the camera. And I always thought it's most obvious in dance. This is music. This is just music. How could you put it in a synthesizer? Then I developed this synthesizer since 2014, the Silhouette 1. And
it's so nice as a portable device. It's
thank you very much.
Absolutely revolutionary.
It's a prototype, but it's in fact a hard piece of work, and we're hoping to get to the market in winter, in December, something like that. Yeah, the good things is it's this portable thing. It's a kind of video camera, at the same time a synthesizer. It's very inspiring to search sounds. It's good for performance maybe, and it's smaller, it's cheaper, and the computer inside is a Raspberry Pi now. And this was the main point, because people always ask me, can you make it smaller? And here's a Mac Mini inside in the big one, and I always said, I don't know. I don't know what Raspberry Pi can do. And in these days, Raspberry Pi was only, there was the number 2 in the market, and this was not fast enough. But the number 4 and the number 5 Raspberry Pis, they are fast enough and strong, and they can make it. Can I tell you one thing about the other function with the synthesizer, with Silhouette 1?
Sure.
Yeah, here's, even last year I showed the function to sample an analog synthesizer and let it make a picture inside the Silhouette 1 and play that picture, the Wimpler function. And now I've developed this onto a real-time Wimpler function. This means you make sound with your analog device, and the sound is there in real time being shown on the screen.
Oh, in real time.
And the funny thing is, maybe you go to the right side. If I change the filters and so all this can be seen and been heard.
So we're listening to the synthesis engine.
Pardon?
We're listening to the synthesis engine of Silhouette via the MS-10.
MS-20.
MS-20.
Yeah, the sound of the MS-20, the analog sound, is being caught. It's painting this picture in real time, and everything you do is changing the picture. And you remix it, replay it here in the Silhouette synthesizer.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, it sounds great, and it looks great. Can we have one more demo? One more demo to finish? Superb.
Also, the camera is in front of here, ne? This is the thing. Here's the camera in front of here, and so you can make these things which I just showed, but you can also move it there and put it on the optional. This is a light table. It's the same light table as there, and you can mount it on these two legs here. I can't do it now because it takes too long, and
Fine. So it's like an iteration of this idea here.
It's this part. Then taking this, put it there.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And it still has this on-screen controller because many people love this. Hardware thing. And now it's these are encoders. No more analog potentiometers, but encoders. It's a bit easier for me to write the software because of you have the different pages, and it always addresses the parameter values, and it's easier to handle.
Great. Well, it's a revolutionary addition to the Silhouette range, and we look forward to seeing it being released.
Pardon?
We look forward to seeing it be released. Thank you so much for showing it to us.
Thank you.